Good morning, children. Let's continue with exercise 13.2. Again, I'm just reminding you the formulas are very important in this lesson. Once you make the formulas, even a small mistake in the formulas will give the answer wrong. Kindly write and learn all the formulas on a regular basis. Let's move on to exercise 13.2, question number 3 based on volume of solids. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. Find approximately how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamuns, each shaped like a cylinder with the two hemispherical ends with length 5 cm and diameter 2.8 cm. Mark this question as an important 4-mark question. Even with the same numericals, it can be asked for the exam. A gulab jamun, the shape is cylindrical and two hemispherical ends. Each shaped like a cylinder with two hemispherical ends with a total length of 5 cm and the diameter 2.8. That means the radius is 1.4. So since the total height is 5, the height of cylindrical portion is the total height of the gulab jamun minus height of the hemispherical portion is 2.8, or it is 2.2 centimeter. So here we can do the calculation in the final step. Calculate the volume of one gulab jamun, then multiply by 45, that will give you the volume of 45 gulab jamuns, and the question is find approximately how much syrup, and each gulab jamun contains 30% of its volume as sugar syrup. So we can calculate 30% of it. So the simplification can be done at a stretch. Volume of one gulab jamun is equal to volume of cylinder plus two hemispherical ends will make volume of one sphere. Let's substitute the formula. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h plus volume of one sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cubed, and use pi as 22 by 7 because it is not mentioned in the question. Let's substitute the value as 22 by 7 into radius 1.4 the whole square into height of the cylindrical part is 2.2 plus 4 by 3, 22 by 7, 1.4 the whole cube. Let's take the common factor. 22 by 7 into 1.4 the whole square, 2.2 plus 4 by 3 into 1.4. That is 22 by 7, 1.4 the whole square, 2.2 plus 14 into 4 is 56, so 5.6 by 3. Let's take LCM. 22 by 7, 1.4 the whole square, 6.6 plus 5.6 divided by 3, or 22 by 7 into 1.4 the whole square into 6 plus 6 is 12, 5 plus 6 11, 12.2 divided by 3. This is the volume of one gulab jamun. Now we have to find out the volume of 45 jamuns and then the volume of syrup as 30% of it. So volume of 45 gulab jamuns is equal to 45 into 22 by 7, 1.4 the whole square into 12.2 divided by 3. Therefore, volume of sugar syrup in all the 45 gulab jamun is equal to 30 by 100 into 45 into 22 by 7 into 1.4. 1.4, 12.2 divided by 3. Let us simplify and then later multiply. So this gets cancelled, 3 and 3 gets cancelled, 7, 0.2, then the denominator by 2 is 5 and 11, again 5 with 9. So the final calculation, 9 into 11 is 99.2 into 1.4 into 12.2, and when you multiply or when you simplify this, you will be getting it as 338.184 centimeter cube. So instead of the simplification at each stage, just only the final answer they have asked as the volume of sugar syrup. So you can substitute all the formulas and then the multiplication and division can be done at the last. Question 4. A pen stand made of wood is in the shape of a cuboid with 4 conical depressions to hold pens. The dimensions of the cuboid are 15 cm by 10 cm by 3.5 cm. The radius of each of the depression is 0.5 cm and the depth is 1.4 cm. The depth means the height of the conical part. Find the volume of the wood in the entire stand. So the volume of the wood will be volume of cuboid minus 4 times volume of one conical depression. That is, volume of wood is equal to volume of cuboid minus 4 into volume of one conical depression. The formula for volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height minus 4 into volume of one cone. 4 into volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So the calculation, length into breadth into height, 15 into 10 into 3.5 minus 4 into 1 by 3, and pi is 22 by 7. The radius of the conical part is given as 0.5 the whole square into height of the conical part is 1.4 centimeter. 15 into 10 into 3.5 can be taken as 35 minus 4 into 1 by 3, 22 into 0.5, 0.5, 0.2. 15 into 35 is 525 minus 10. 0.5 into 0.2 is 5 2s are 10, or it is 0.1. Then 22 into 0.5 is 22 into 5 is 110. Removing one decimal place, it is only 11. Then 4 into 11 into 0.1 by 3. That is 525 minus 11 into 0.1 is 1.1. So 4 into 1.1 by 3. 525 minus 4.4 by 3. 525 minus 4.4 divided by 3 is 1.47 approximately, or you can take it as 1.4666. It's the same as 1.47. Subtracting 525.0 minus 1.47. It is 523.53 centimeter cubed. Question number 5. Mark it as a very important question, as a 4-mark question. It can be directly asked with the same numerical values. A vessel is in the form of an inverted cone. A vessel is in the form of an inverted cone. Its height is 8 centimeter and the radius of its top, which is open, is 5 centimeter. Radius is 5 centimeter and the height of the cone is 8 centimeter. And then it is filled with water up to the brim. So immediately we can find out the volume of the water in this conical vessel. When lead shots, each of which is a sphere of radius 0.5 centimeter, when lead shots, each of radius 0.5 centimeter, we don't know as to how many lead shots have been immersed. 1/4 of the water flows out. The water is overflowing because of the volume of the sphere. Find the number of lead shots dropped in the vessel. So, the volume of the water is overflowing is depending on the number of lead shots, because it is based on the volume of the lead shots which has been dropped into the vessel. So, the first concept is volume of water in the conical vessel is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h, which is 1/3 into the value of pi. It is not mentioned, so value of pi is 22/7 into 5 into 5 into 8. Let's not calculate because still further steps has to be taken. This is the volume of the water in the conical vessel, and the question says that 1/4 of the water is overflowing because of the volume of the spherical shots. Let's find out what is the volume of the water overflown. Volume of water overflown is equal to 1/4, 1/3, 22/7 into 5 into 5 into 8. What is the volume of one lead shot? Volume of one lead shot is equal to, it is spherical, so 4/3 pi r cubed, 4/3 into 22/7 into the radius, it is 0.5. For simplification purpose, 5/10, 5/10, 5/10. It will be easy if you retain the radius as 5/10. And now, as per the question, the volume of the water overflown is by the volume of the lead shots. So, volume of water displaced is equal to N into volume of one lead shot. 1/4 into 1/3, 22/7, 5 into 5 into 8 is equal to N into 4/3, 22/7, 5/10 into 5/10 into 5/10. See how the calculations can be made simple. 22/7 equal quantities can be cancelled from both sides. Again, 5, 5, 25, here also 5 and 5. 25, then 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, then this 3 on denominators, again 2 with 4 as 1/2, here 5 and 10 as 1/2, this 2 gets cancelled with this 2, so that all the numbers are simplified on the left hand side. 1 is equal to n/100, or n is equal to 100, which shows that the number of lead shots is equal to 100. It is always better to do the simplification at the end, as it may not be divisible in this part as well as it may not be divisible in this part separately, and the simplification will be difficult for you. Always try to simplify at the end. Question number 6. A solid iron pole consists of a cylinder of height 220 cm and base diameter 24 cm, which is surmounted by another cylinder of height 60 cm and radius 8 cm. Find the mass of the pole given that 1 cm cubed of iron has approximately 8 grams. Use pi as 3.14. It is the addition of two solids that is both cylindrical shape. There is a cylinder of height 220 and diameter 24. That means the radius is given as 12 centimeter and the height of the cylindrical portion 220 centimeter. It is surmounted by another cylinder with a lesser radius of 8 centimeter and height 60 centimeter. That means the radius is 8 and the height of the cylinder is 60 centimeter. 8 and the height is 60 centimeter. First we have to find the volume, then we have to multiply by the mass per centimeter cubed. So volume of the solid is equal to question number 6. Volume of the solid is equal to volume of first cylinder plus volume of the second cylinder, which is equal to pi r square h plus pi r square h. They have asked us to take pi as 3.14. 3.14 into 12 into 12 into 220 plus 3.14 into 8 into 8 into 60. Let's see the common factor as 3.14 into 12, 12, 8 and 8. There can be a common factor as 4. So 4 into 4. 220 and 60 we can take the common factor as 20. Let's take it as 20 so that the simplification will be easy. Now 12 divided by 4 is 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 220 divided by 20 is 11 plus then 8 divided by 4 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 60 divided by 20 is 3, which is 3.14 into 16 into 20 into 3 3s are 9. 9 into 11 is 99 plus 2 2s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 3.14, 16, 20 into 9 plus 2, 11, 9 plus 1, 10, 111. There. This is the volume of the solid. Now what is the mass of the solid? Therefore, mass of the solid is equal to 3.14 into 16 into 111 into 2 is 220 into 8 grams. On multiplication, you will be getting this answer as 262.4 grams. And if you have to divide, if you have to convert into kilogram, you have to divide by 1000, which is equal to shift the decimal place to 3 place, 892.2624 kilogram. I have done the simplification. You can multiply and check your answer. Question number 7. A solid consisting of a right circular cone of height 120 centimeter and 60 centimeter standing on a hemisphere of radius 60 centimeter is placed upright in a right circular cylinder full of water such that it touches the bottom. It shows that the radius of the cylinder also has to be 60 centimeter. Find the volume of the water left in the cylinder if the radius of the cylinder is 160 and its height is 180 centimeter. It shows that there is a solid hemisphere and a conical top. Then the radius of both the parts are given as 60 centimeter. Height of the cone is 120. Height of the hemispherical portion is 60. It is kept in a cylindrical container such that the base of the cylinder exactly, so that the radius of the cylinder is also 60 and the total height of the cylinder is given as 180 centimeter. The cylinder was completely filled with water, and when the solid was kept into the cylinder, the water overflows, and then what will be the volume of the water left in the cylindrical container? The concept is volume of the water left is equal to volume of water left is equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of solid. Let's see how to get the answer in the most simplified way. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h minus volume of the solid is volume of hemisphere plus volume of cone, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h plus 2 by 3 pi r cubed. Substitute the values as 22 by 7. The volume of the pi value is not given, so let's substitute as 22 by 7. That is 22 by 7. Radius is 60 into 60 into height of the cylinder is 180 minus 1 by 3, 22 by 7, then r square into h. The volume 60 into 60 into height is 120 plus 2 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 60 into 60 into 60. Let's simplify this part towards the end. Let's take common factor from these two parts first. 60 into 60 into 180 minus 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. 1 by 3 as a common factor. 22 by 7. 60 into 60. Into 60, that 120, let it be there, it is 120 plus. From 2 by 3, the common factor is 1 by 3, that means it is 2 into 60. It's 2 into 60. That is 22 by 7, 60 into 60 into 180 minus 1 by 3, 22 by 7, 60, 60, 120 plus 120 is 240, or we can cancel this as 80. And now you can take common factor from these two parts as 22 by 7, 60, 60, 180 minus 80. Now since the value of 180 minus 80 is 100, maybe if you can take 22 by 7 as 3.14, simplification will be simple. 60 into 60 into 100, or 3600 into 3.14 into 100 is 314, because maybe in the exam they will give the value of pi to be taken as 3.14 when numbers like 100,000, that is multiples of 10, are applied in the question. So 3600 into 314, and you will be getting on simplification as 3040 centimeter cube. How to convert a centimeter cubed into meter cubed is 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So you have to divide by 100 into 100 into 100 because of the cubic measure, that is centimeter cube, which is the same as 04 by 100 into 100 into 100, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal place to the left shifting. You will be getting as 1.1304 meter cubed. That will be the volume of the water left in the cylindrical container. Last question in the exercise, question number 8. A spherical glass vessel has a cylindrical neck 8 centimeter long and 2 centimeter in diameter. The diameter of the spherical part is 8.5 centimeter. By measuring the amount of water it holds, a child finds its volume as 345 centimeter cube. Check whether she is correct, taking the above as inside measure and using pi as 3.14. So the vessel is the shape of a spherical bottom with a cylindrical neck, which shows that the volume of water it can hold is volume of sphere plus volume of the cylindrical portion. The formula is 4 by 3 pi r cubed plus cylinder pi r square h. Let's substitute 4 by 3, 3.14, the spherical portion. The diameter is given as 8.5 or the radius is 8.5 by 2 the whole cubed plus 3.14 into the radius of the cylindrical part is given as 1 centimeter and the height is 8 centimeter. That is 1 into 8. Can be simplified by taking the common factor 3.14. 4 by 3 into 8.5 into 8.5 into 8.5 by 2 into 2 into 2 plus 8. 2 into 2, 4 into 2, 8. 2 into 2, 4 can be cancelled here. It is 3.14. 8.5 into 8.5 into 8.5 is calculated. When you multiply, you will get it as 614.125 divided by 6 plus 8. That is 3.14 into 614.125 plus 48 by 6 by taking the LCM. That is 3.14 into 614.125 plus 48 will be adding to 662.125 divided by 6, or 3.14 into, on a simplification, on a division, you will be getting it as approximately 110.354, and on multiplication the volume is 346.511 centimeter cubed. And the question is, by measuring the amount of water it holds, a child finds the volume to be 345 centimeter cube, but by calculation we are getting it as 346.511 centimeter cube. This completes the exercise based on volume of combination of solids. Once again reminding you, learn the formulas thoroughly, as when the formulas are very important in this particular exercise.